もしかすると1000円ぐらいは見えるかもしれぬが、行くか。
Of course. Let's go. Kazuma and I ascended a nearby beach bluff, where we hoped to get a clearer view. A cascade of maroon sparkled across the vast sea, in reflection of the wide sunset, and in the distance we watched the shadow of the boat in the horizon. If I wasn't mistaken, they looked to be sailing upon a black ship. Black Ship, a warship which was used by Commodore Matthew Perry when he first visited Japan with the intention of opening up its borders. Yeah! That, was not very nice when that happened. Ugh. Do you think that's where the Shinsengumi is? In that ship over there?
おそらくはな。
I had traveled the entire country searching for them. Now, once again, I had just barely missed them, and I was left in the dust. A sharp pang shot up my nose, and suddenly I found myself fighting back a wave of tears. I dug my teeth into my lower lip, hoping not to let this deluge of self-pity come to the surface.
泣きたければ泣いたらどうだ。
No. I shook my head quietly, only because I can only imagine how much pain they're in right now. I have no right to shed tears when it's not me who's fighting out there. Kazuma sighed out of frustration and shut his eyes. He paused briefly, shifting his eyes back and forth.
刀を取らぬ者が戦っておらぬわけではあるまい。新選組の者たちとは異なるかもしれぬが、お前はお前の戦いを成し遂げたはずだ。俺はそのことをよく知っている。
It felt so warm to hear Kazuma's gentle words of encouragement towards how much I'd been through. After seeing Father's death, my lukewarm reunion with Kaoru, and revisiting the village of my birth. Then, when we arrived in Aizu, I had been confronted with the crushing blow of hearing what happened to all of my old friends in the Shinsengumi. A tempest of grief gathered its winds in my heart, swirling with fervor as I tried not to collapse. I can't cry. If I do, then my vision will blur the view of the ship upon which everyone had been traveling.
背を向けていてやる。泣きたくば泣け。
Kazuma pointed his nose towards the ocean, which glowed with hues of orange in the gold under the glimmer of the late afternoon. In this moment, the levee holding back my tears broke, and everything snapped. I instinctively grabbed a hold of the shirt on Kazuma's back. I buried my face into his back, wailing as quietly as I could. After believing that I could catch up to them, yet again they slipped from the tips of my fingers. The ship was beginning to vanish beyond the horizon, sailing into the ocean's furthest tendrils. Soon, it disappeared from sight. I listened to the roar of the sea crashing behind me, and Kazuma spoke up.
俺が必ずお前を奴らのもとへ連れて行く。時が来るまで待っていろ。わかったな。
Kazuma, who previously seemed hell-bent on abducting me at any cost from the Shinsengumi. Now, the shoe was on the other foot, and he had promised to keep me safe on this last journey. although I had no idea when it actually happened. I was determined to see this to its conclusion. I must head to Ezo, the land at the end of the world. He made a vow! Kazuma made a vow! Kazuma sensed that our search would require more time than we originally anticipated. And so he rented a nearby mansion in Sendai for the time being. He rented a mansion? Sure. Funnily enough, I was becoming accustomed to my cozy life in Sendai. How long were we here for? Oh, God! It was just October! May 1869. Oh, gosh. Ooh. Regardless, thank you for searching for our sake. I'm going to begin preparations for dinner, so by all means, please make yourself comfortable. Or would you rather I draw a bath for you first?
いや、今日は飯の前に酒を飲む。すぐに支度をしろ。
Hold on a second. Hold on. Ah, she looks so cute! Oh my god. She looks adorable. I'm only going to grab you one, okay? Drinking too much isn't good for your health.
医者の娘だというのに、酒は百薬の長という言葉を知らぬのか。薬ならば飲めば飲むほど薬効も高いはずだ。調子3本はつけろ。
Kazuma! Jesus Christ. Hey, don't take your frustrations out on me. Also, it's only a medicine when you drink in moderation, not when you're pissed drunk. Haven't you heard the phrase, the last drop makes the cup run over? Kazuma glared at me repugnantly, no doubt incensed by my brevity in challenging him, but after having spent nearly every moment of close to a year with him, I was beginning to peel back the layers, making his behaviors a bit easier to decode. Yes! 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 Our intense stare went on for a few more moments, pressure bubbling to the surface like sulfur. As tension reached a breaking point, the two of us broke the silence at the exact same time.
仕方あるまい。調子2本で勘弁してやる。
We won. Oh, very well. I will prepare two for you. Oh. I found myself more comfortable with Kazuma's petulant veneer, giving me the confidence to assert myself more and more often. I did not expect this out of this route! Holy shit! What?
その態度は悪くない。もっと素直になれ。今のような塩らしい言葉ならいくらでも聞いてやる。
Bitch. Oh, please, I just did. Don't make me regret it already. I threw a petty fit by pouting my lips, but Kazuma chuckled to himself. Suddenly, Kazuma's expression dropped, and he appeared stern without missing a beat. Kazuma?
お前の先ほどの問いについてだが。
Yes? My heart seemed keen and bursting from out of my chest, wondering if he had in fact located a ship. After clearing my throat, I cut my hands together, interlocking my fingers as I awaited his answer politely. Nothing could prepare me for what he said. What did he say?
飯の後の方がいいだろう。心の準備をしておけ。蝦夷に向かう船のことだ。薩摩の船に乗れることになった。
Really?
このようなつまらぬ嘘をついて何になるというのだ。
Thank you. At long last, I can finally reunite with all my friends in the Shinsengumi. Euphoric tears formed behind my eyelids, and out of reflex, I bowed once more to Kazuma. As his usual custom, he bore no immediate reaction, his expression unchanged from his hard-nosed stare. Kazuma?
奴らに会えるかどうかはわからぬ。いや、会えぬ降参の方が高いかもしれぬな。
What? Somehow, the message behind his words failed to register in my mind, and I fell silent. Why not? We're still going to take our chances and board that ship, aren't we? I had a sneaking suspicion that things were about to take a turn, which spurred the furious pounding of my restless heart. His words were spoken eerily, warming its way into my mind like a haunting premonition. No.
旧幕府軍最後の砦。函館政府が降伏するのは時間の問題。
Government of Hakodate. An official council of former shogunate vessels aiming to create sovereignty in the north of Japan.
俺たちが行けるのはその時になってからだ。
Just then, Kazuma reached his hand over to me aggressively as I was on the brink of fainting.
立て。お前は合図で言ったはずだ。俺と共に新選組の最後を見届けると。あの言葉は嘘だったのか。
I wasn't lying. His words slapped me across the face. Kazuma had a habit of provoking my insecurities, as if he took pleasure from seeing me panic. For some reason, this time was different. This time, he struck a potent nerve. Any moment prior was the moment I realized how fiercely Kazuma's crimson eyes burned. How they could inspire me to do anything as people upstairs make noises. Okay, then let's leave for Ezo, to see the Shinsengumi, whatever state they're in. Upon hearing my response, Kazuma's mouth formed a grin, and I swore there was a twinkle in his eye.
いいだろう。連れて行ってやる。お前と約束したからな。鬼は必ず約束を守る。それが俺たちの誇りだ。
Thank you. Birds!
さて、それでは行くか。
Let's go. A faint smile curled in the corner of Kazuma's lips. We're on a ship each day. As I found myself lost in a moment of reflection, I was startled to see Kazuma suddenly next to me.
明日には蝦夷地に着く手はずとなっている。奴らの最後を見届ける覚悟はできたか？
My gaze fell to the floor silently. I thought that I was ready for it all along, but I had some hesitation in seeing it for myself. The reality was, the number of men who had fought and sacrificed their lives was a mystery to me, and I had been oblivious about it for some time. For all I knew, the men whom I had so desperately pined to see were long gone, their bodies ravished in unspeakable ways. Kondo, Sanan, Okita, Saito, Heisuke, Harada. Over the past year, news of their deaths traveled to me while tending to my own business with Kazuma. I fooled myself into thinking that somehow, not bearing first-hand witness to their deaths meant there was a chance that they were still alive, but I must see it for myself. I want to see their grit, their conviction, and I want to be there for them when it all comes to a close. Since we are their memory keepers, we must witness every second of it for the sake of its truth. Kazuma kept his stare fixed on the northern star, which flickered softly above a sparkling ocean. It took a while for him to speak, but when he did,
夜風は冷える。中に戻るぞ。